So we're going to get started. This is the June Player of the Month meeting, but it's also the last of the new spawn meetings. And the significance in that is that after this meeting, we're officially going to begin the builds for new spawn. The original goal was 90 days to have it done in 90. I'm starting to really think we're going to have this knocked out much quicker than that. We don't have to have a time frame. This is us. We're doing this as a community. We're gathering our own resources. We're resource gathering. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but we have so many people that have already participated that it actually is going to probably go a lot faster than we think. When we do set this as the new spawn, it will also be the day that we have an end reset. So if you have buildings in the end, and I know I brought this up a few times, but if you have a building in the end, go ahead and maybe start gathering those materials out of it. The Ender farm will go away on that day. We do have the Guardian farm that was built by Dusty, Aquina, and also Jake, and that is already in use. And so if you need XP farm, just know in the meantime, you can use that. Does anyone have questions on the end reset before we kind of move on? Nope.
Okay, what's the actual reason for it?
The shulkers are very hard to find at this point. They're few and far apart.
Elytra, shulker, shells.
Elytra. It's been rated. Keep in mind, we've never had an end reset. We don't have an end resource world. So for us, it's just time. Are you okay, pizza?
I suggest for when it is reset, possibly for another meeting, come up with a plan for the end. Like try and go off in one direction altogether, so that you can save other directions. Like. Come up with a plan so that resources
that's exactly what I'm doing. Sorry for talking over you, but that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm basically raiding the entire southwest quadrant. But
so come up with a plan so that people can like pick spots or all go in one spot or whatever, so that the end can last even longer. We can reset it again in the future, but having a plan really helps to keep the resources going.
It does.
Yeah. So I was out today, and I actually found about the almost two stacks of
nice.
shells.
I love that you guys are utilizing your one day of fly for good. It's really great to see. I see people working on some builds that they can only do in fly, and then a bunch of you guys are in the end. So this is awesome. Yep, Telly's making maps. So this is awesome. You guys are utilizing it, and it's really good to see. Also, let me start with that. Thank you guys for your patience. We did switch over to a new host, and that took quite a bit longer than what was originally anticipated. And everyone was really positive about it. We got a lot of, when is it going to come back up? But that's normal, and you guys were very supportive. And as a thank you, Autism Father gave us a day of fly. So, something kind of cool, something that I don't think has ever happened on ACO, has it?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, so enjoy it. You guys still have, I think, roughly 14 hours left, or no, a little less than that. I'm not sure. 10 hours, yeah. Anyways, you still have until midnight Eastern Standard Time, or 11:59. So definitely enjoy it and have fun with that. But let's get this meeting started so that we can go out and have fun.
I thought it literally just got started.
Well, it is starting, but let's start the Player of the Month part. Okay. So for Player of the Month, I'm really excited about this one. This month's Player of the Month that was selected, which keep in mind, you guys are the ones that selects the Player of the Month. This particular player got 11 out of the 18 votes that we received. And the 18 votes is a new record. Prior to that, we'd had 17. So more people are taking an active part in this.
That's me.
This particular player also had quite a few notes attached. When you do vote, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but obviously you can keep typing, and sometimes players just put a name, which is totally fine. Other times people will go out of their way to say why they picked that person. This person had quite a few notes. These notes ranged in things from that they're always very kind. They've offered to help players retrieve items when they've passed, or when they've died. I'm trying to say it as nicely as possible.
This one got dark.
Hey, it's ACO. Death happens.
When they get slaughtered by a shulker.
Pretty much. This player is always quick to offer help. And then this player has also been helping with a lot of the new community builds, specifically one build that we just had done. This player has been playing on ACO for quite a long time, and I am very pleased to announce that this month's Player of the Month is Aquina. So congratulations, Autcraft.
GG.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very exciting. Yeah. Aquina, along with Dusty, just built the PvP arena, which came out really nice. I'm excited for next week for us to be able to utilize that at our first PvP tournament. So, off with Tully's head.
That is even.
You have now been beheaded, Tully.
Goodbye, Tully's head.
She's now the Queen of Hearts.
I mean,
Prepare the guillotine of farts.
Here we go.
To get very dark.
We have a lot of heads in this tree. Here we go.
I mean, we have a lot of my heads.
Yeah, we do. This server has quite. Wait, can you move for just a second, Pizza? Thanks. I'm gonna set that aside. There we go. And let me grab this one over here.
And then we just need to change the signs.
Yep, I'll change the signs after. There we go.
Ow.
If you block with a shield, you don't take damage.
Can we move on to the new spawn stuff?
Yeah, we can. So, alright guys, I think that was kind of it as far as any other business, ACO business goes. Aside from, of course, new spawn, which is big. So, alright guys, so if we want to move outside.
Freedom!
Yeah, so if you guys come over here. Oh, Tully, where's the mark?
The mark? There's something under, there's a dark tunnel thing under here, is it that?
By the way, there was some creeper griefing over here.
There shouldn't be creeper griefing, not here.
Yeah, no, it was over here with come over here. A creeper spawned and I punched it.
How? How did it?
That shouldn't be possible.
Okay. It shouldn't have. I don't know why that happened.
That's
no,
impossible,
it's because this is part of the ocean biome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Minecraft Ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys want to fly up, everybody, this is another reason I really wanted today for fly, like specifically this day versus any other day.
Yes,
if you guys kind of look up, you're able to see that. And the sand that is placed right now is only an example. This is an example of how the biomes will be broken up. So we will do a river that kind of flows through the entire island, and it's going to break up the biomes. That way there's not a weird like transition of, you know, how do we go from one to another.
Skydiving!
And where we're looking at, Telly, do you want to stand in the spot that is going to be the new spawn where you'll spawn into?
I just fell into a water via /fly.
Let's put it where we were looking at. I believe somewhere like right in here, where I'm at. So the idea is, if you look where I'm at, exactly the spot. This is going to be here. I'll put a telly head because that's all I have in my inventory. There we go. So this spot, and heading forward, this is going to be the direction that a new player or any player will spawn into. One idea I had, and Telly and I talked about this, is see how we're facing the Player of the Month building? This area, it'd be really cool to do a welcome sign on the building. So that's one of the first things that you see. It kind of utilizes a build we already have, and then also as a player that's who took the head? Where did the head go?
I don't know. I was gonna make it look better.
Where did the head go?
Put the head on top of that.
Okay, there we go. So this will be like the new spawn spot.
Maybe we could terraform this cliff a little bit too.
There you go.
We're gonna need to terraform a lot. This is some of these builds. Like earlier today, I kind of took out a little bit of a build. Telly and I were working on some stuff.
That looks like a no man thingy. It's a Telly golem.
I'm doing the meeting, so let's listen to.
Yeah, we got a lot to cover in just a little bit of time. So
come on.
Okay, so here's the idea. The idea is that we have the biomes. Do you Telly, can you put in voice chat text the picture of the biomes?
Oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah, I know you guys have both seen it, but it's good to kind of look at it again since we can all talk about it. The idea is to have, instead of us having to limit ourselves to one theme, one biome, is to kind of demonstrate multiple biomes of Minecraft in our spawn. And we will have pathways, we will have tunnels, and we will have a little river that will kind of separate things and make it so that we can easily...
And it's at 2000 Y coordinate. That's awesome.
How about we put a sign saying "Welcome" on the telly golem?
Yeah, petition for the telly golem to stay here.
I'm not gonna have that happen. No offense, Sally.
Games, don't take the head.
Maybe a autism father golem.
No,
Games
we're going to have
golem.
it. This is the spot that everybody spawns into. Spot. That's it. So, okay. So this area that we're currently in, Telly, do you have that picture? Are you able to post it? I don't have it saved on my computer, so to take or AF if you could do that. Okay. Where we're currently standing is what we have marked as the plains / flower biome. So this area would be pretty simple. You would spawn in, you will see the welcome sign above as somebody sort of demonstrated, and then from here there will be paths. There'll be different ways. That's not it, Nick. There'll be paths. So it's very easy. There we go. Thank you, Telly. Oh, there we go. All right, we got two to look at here. So if you look at this, where we spawned into is kind of in the center here, where it says like the W for flower. If you guys have to kind of zoom in, but you can see. Yeah.
I
so
put
this
a sign that said "Welcome."
So here comes the questions, and this is where everyone needs to start really working together and thinking about what we want to do. Is how do we want to what builds do we want, and where do we want to put them? So for instance, Dusty, do you have your pictures of the portal room? That looks amazing, Dusty.
Hopefully those pictures are loading for you. But that's
I'm looking at them. There's 3 of them.
Coming in slowly, but they're coming.
Yeah. So this is something that we can look at in the desert. We will have a path. We'll have signs. It will be very, very clear. Right now, our current spawn is a little confusing. New players often... It's very confusing. They don't know where to go. They don't know where to find anything. This is going to be very simple. It's going to be laid out in a simple form. So that it's not confusing. New players, existing players, everybody can get around easily. So that's the portal room. But we still need ideas for snow. Do you guys have, what would you like to see in the snow? Do you want that to be the post office? Do you want that to be
a giant snow globe?
Mail. Okay. In my mind, the post office sounds good there too. And what can you guys think of would be good for winter? Like
what exactly are you thinking of? Like when you think of a mail post office?
Basically, we need to have. Well, the building will be in the snow biome. That's it. It doesn't have to be in an igloo form. That was just an idea. It could be like Telly just said, which is almost making like a little winter village, things like that.
Like I just said in chat, which are Easter eggs, which are secret rooms.
We can look at that. That will be at the very end after all what we need to focus on today is the builds, not so much the little decoration parts. That can come in time as we get closer to finishing.
Another thing I'm wondering is, are we going to model this after things from Minecraft? Are we going to model things from, like, AC or other...
I really want us to model this after 1.14.
Minecraft?
Because in the midst of building this, we will have 1.14 will happen. And so, for instance, in the jungle area, we can take advantage of using bamboo. That's just one example. We're also going to try to put some animals in each of the biomes that would be very specific to that biome.
Also,
that's about the only thing that is not going to be able to be done by player made, and that's something that Autism Father will have to do for us.
Well, so that pandas
the only thing is we gotta wait for 1.14 to update to ACO.
We do, but at the same time, it's not going to take that long, and it's going to take a little bit longer to do our new spawn. And if it doesn't make it in time, it's something we can always go back in and edit after.
Yeah, it's not going to take 90 days to get to 1.14.
No, it's not. So, yeah, and okay, so for the thoughts, so for the snow biome, you guys like the idea of the mailbox, the mailroom, or post office, whatever you want to call it. The idea behind that is, I know some players have mailboxes in their bases and they like to get mail, but some people don't like people at their bases, so it's kind of like, okay, don't come in here, but yet I want mail. So the idea is this will be one area that that you can go in, you'll be able to open up your own mailbox and you'll be able to put mail in and out. to the players. So it's pretty much the only purpose, and seemed like a pretty important thing that you guys asked for at the first meeting. So it's definitely going to be in the build.
I thought there was a slash mail.
No, we're talking actual items. So Colgan's offering to help with this build. I need to have a like almost, if you think of it like teams that will take on each build. So Colgan is offering to help with this one. Is Dusty, is this something you would like to help with as well? With that part?
I'll help with it.
You want to help on that one? Okay.
I would be happy to help build the pyramid if that gets approved.
Yeah, actually, well, what do you guys think? Do you like the idea of the portal room as a pyramid in the desert?
Yeah, I think it looks cool.
I think it does too. I think Dusty did a really good job building that in creative, and I'm for that.
And I purposely actually built it on my plot on AC, so if AF or anybody wants to look at it, they
That's
can.
a great
maybe we
idea.
Can make a fishing pond over here, maybe.
So
again, like let's worry about the little things like that later. Pizza. Right now, we really just need to focus on the main builds.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. And yeah, it's definitely something we can look at. There's lots of little things. The decorating it is going to be really fun, but that's going to be the last part of it. So right now, we need to really make sure we get the biomes divided up accurately, and then also make sure that we're able to get the builds put onto it. Nick, I got that. Thank you.
Yeah, big problem.
I had it.
Wow, I'm impressed you still have that.
Yeah.
You have big problem.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, thanks. We'll see you later.
Yeah, see you.
Lou, we have a huge problem.
What's that?
The pigmen are angry.
Okay, can we not do that during meetings? So if we could just all stay over here.
They were angry already when I got here.
Oh, okay.
I'll go deal with the pigmen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that still leaves us the jail. Telly had an actually really great idea for the jail. And one thing we were talking about is maybe let's not even calling it so much jail, but maybe a timeout area.
I think there's some more over here.
So Telly, did you want to post the pictures you had for the?
Maybe we could call it exile.
Cole, don't just go hitting them for the sake of it.
Jail is not used here often, but it is something that is.
What about detention center, or is that kind of same as jail?
No, I actually like jail over that. It's just more of it's more like a timeout. It's like putting the players in a timeout, and sometimes it's for their own good, sometimes it's for others' own good, and it's a chance that they're able to talk to an admin and kind of work things out. So I don't think jail is. I don't know. I know it's a commonly used term, but if we wanted to call it a timeout room, we could. Telly, do you want to post the?
I feel like timeout sounds. I feel like timeout's kind of a nicer euphemism.
I think so too. I agree. And if you guys all like it, we can change it to that. We can call it that. Okay. Sounds like everyone.
It's not called jail either if you go into it. It's called grieving room.
It's called what?
It's called like grieving room and session.
Yeah, I don't mind what you guys want to call it.
Well, it's not just. I guess it's not going to be used just to. But the thing is, it's not just going to be griefing. And if you cause trouble anyway, that's right.
Yeah, it's a little more than like for us, it would be more than griefing.
I know, but I'm just giving an example of AC.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Timeout room.
Yeah, I agree, Telly. So let's call it the timeout room. And
what about a butte room?
No.
I mean, like a calm room thing.
But
no, calming room is something separate. We will actually have calming rooms here. So this is where an admin will place you into for something that you're doing on server. This a calming room is more like when you put yourself in there.
So
welcome.
Timeout room. That's disciplinary.
You guys have a pigman.
Yes, it would be more the disciplinary room.
Are there pigmen over it?
So as far as that build goes, Telly had the suggestion of putting it
I already have the design
into the jungle area,
and then send you a screenshot of it.
We can put that.
Sure, I'd love to see that. Cool. Send it to voice.
I send it to YouTube.
Send it to voice.
Okay, so
sure.
Are you posting that, Telly?
I'm craft.
Carl?
Yeah.
Can you please post the examples that you had?
Yeah, I will. Hold on.
Because I really liked your ideas, and I think everyone's gonna like them. I know it's hard to hear.
It's okay.
If you could...
watching YouTube.
That's not me.
It's not me.
Building.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stay in the call, but I'm just gonna pop over to Autcraft
my kids are watching stuff in the background.
Oh.
Telly, can you post those pictures, please?
I don't know which season it was from, but I know that Hermits built it.
The pictures of the temple, the jungle temple, that you had them idea for the timeout room. So Telly, just like how Dusty came up with the idea of the portal, Telly came up with the idea of what would have been the jail. And it's actually pretty cool. He's kind of keeping the theme of jungle, like a jungle temple, but inside having it be the timeout rooms. And also maybe even having some positive signs on the walls, like assuring positive type words, so that when someone is in there, it's not just doom and gloom.
Yeah.
So Telly will post those, and we can see. And if you guys like that idea, we can lock that one down too. And then Telly can start on that build, and anyone that wants to help Telly with that one.
I feel like the jail should, or the jail / timeout area should be like a calm.
Yeah, it's not going to be just doom and gloom. So, but it is kind of a cool. His idea for the build is pretty cool.
Hello.
Hey, Danny.
So for whoever gets that project, whoever starts to work on it, if you want, I can offer input and even show you the jails that we have on Autcraft and how they work.
Yeah,
and what they look
I've
like.
wasted a few times.
Yeah, so you can get an idea because
you know them really well.
I feel like that
are very
seems
much
a bit
like
too doom and gloomy to me, but that's my opinion.
What's that, Dusty?
But Telly posted it's a bit doom and gloomy.
Well, it goes with the whole theme of the.
I know.
It kind of goes with the theme of the jungle temple. But we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we can. I like the build itself. I think it has a lot of definition. It's kind of cool.
I like the look.
But
of
at the same
build,
time, we can, like he said, put up signs that are very positive, reassuring signs, and then make it a little, not so much the bars and the like the one we currently have right now is literally like a bed, a chest, and like I think a sink and bars, and it's very jailish. So this would be more of just an area that the player would be put in just to kind of until an admin can talk to them and work with them. It's very temporary. So who wants to work with? Is there somebody that wants to work with Telly on this specifically? I mean, Telly's got quite a few jobs with this, but if we could get some people together that like to work with in the jungle area, this would be cool. Maybe Abby? You still have Abby's muted.
Picture of course.
Yeah, okay. If you could, Abby, that would be great. I would, so for sure, Telly, you're going to work on that, the calming room. If Abby can help you with that, that would be great. That kind of only really leaves the Welcome Center. And the Welcome Center, I feel, should be pretty close to where you spawn in. What a biome?
Right in front of you.
What's that?
I think it has to be inside where you spawn, so like almost in front of you, because otherwise people will get lost.
Yeah, it's been brought up having you spawn into a welcome center, but it's also been brought up that that's not always the best.
Not inside, but in front of. So it's the first thing.
Okay, is that what you're saying? Just like in front of you, and we don't even technically have to make it a build. It can just be like a wall.
Open area, like
like an open.
Is it okay if we let Cole explain his idea, please?
What's that?
Just look at that video. It will explain everything. It's good and big.
What is this? Oh.
It's
okay, don't really have time during the meeting for Saul to watch that video.
But I have the sign for it and it's big.
Okay, but it has to go with whatever the theme is in that biome. That just keep that in mind. So we're tailoring the buildings to the biome.
Yeah, I'm just sort of setting up my props
better to build it. I will never say original.
Okay, and one thing we're gonna need, guys, is we're gonna need people that, let's say you're gonna build per se, you're like, I'm not good with buildings, I'm not good with builds. That's totally cool. One thing that we're going to need people
to do Telly, I'm not totally original, to be honest. My idea for the portal building was based off of the original AC spawn.
Yeah, and that's great.
I don't base, I just copy everything.
And that's fine too. One thing we're going to need though is for people that want to just work on terrain. So right now we terraformed it. We have, okay, me, Ragnar. So for instance, Ragnar, you could take snow blocks and start literally in the snow biomes replacing them. Some of the areas we have actual snow that you can just lay on top. And then we have a lot of ice. So if we can find an area in the snow biome that is going to where there would be like a pond or something, we can definitely turn all that into ice. So just that's an area that we are also oh, nice job, Gangs. There's so much to do regarding new spawn. If you don't feel comfortable as a builder, that's okay. Let me know and I will find an area that you can work in, that you can contribute. Another thing we're going to need is resource gathering. We've already gathered a lot of stuff, but things like the actual builds are going to be made out of, what block, that kind of thing, we are going to need resource gathering. So if you're open to helping, but you don't exactly know what you can help with or what you want to do, let me know and I can just let you know as things come up, like, hey, we really could use, you know, we could really use some spruce wood, things like that, and maybe you could help collect spruce wood.
Yeah, I've just literally started building a design for the post office out.
I'm just gonna put this out there. I'm willing to help with any resource gathering beyond the build that I'm doing. I'm just putting that out there.
I really appreciate that. So there will come up things that we need to have done. I mean, it's a small island, but it's not as much to do with it. And when we're talking 4 builds, obviously we're gonna need some resources. So. Going back to the welcome center though, because that's kind of the last one we need to nail down. Did you have an idea with that, APL?
Like in 1.13 or 14, there are campfires, so why not make a cozy campfire with some around it and like on outside the area where people can see the info.
Okay, so it's not an actual build; it's more just like an area, like where we're spawning into. Do you want to head up this area?
No.
What do I do with you? We'll do it together?
Hold on, be right back.
Okay, because we're going to be needing to do the, we're going to be making, in fact, Weyoungie was going to be working. Weyoungie was going to be working on the new player shulkers.
I'm not doing that anymore.
Okay, that's fine then. We can, APL, if you want to work together with me, we can do that. Do the new player shulkers. The other thing that we need to have is the TP wall. So we need to have, I know you guys asked for a random TP, and we also need to take all the TPs that are over on the, you know, in the current spawn, how it has the big circle, the big flaming circle. Yeah. So all of those are going to be condensed into one wall. So players that come back from a while back that have builds that they have to use those to get to, they will have access to that, and they'll have access to that through a wall instead of, we're not going to take up a lot of space like it was before. So you're thinking, and my thought is that would kind of be in what we're calling a welcome center, which really isn't a welcome center, but it's just kind of easy for everyone to get to their places through there that aren't currently using portals. And then also we can have the rules of ACO. We can have actual clear signs of, you know, welcome, and especially for new players, you know, this is the rules, and we don't really currently have that. So I think that's a good idea. And this was all stuff that was brought up.
Available.
What's that?
What jobs are available?
I just literally kind of went through everything. What do you
like? Here 5 minutes ago.
Okay, well, we can go over it after, just so that this meeting doesn't go.
And it's all in my
how
video.
on the board of the list of jobs that are there available, then someone like puts on a sign whoever wants to take that job.
Yeah, yeah, Jake is actually going to make that. That's one thing he really wanted to make, was a board. So we're going to have that here. Now that we have the new spawn spot set, which is this beautiful little builder here, we will have in this area, we will call this like ground zero. We'll have all the shulkers. If anybody wants to donate supplies, this is the area to do that. Just throw all this in here in this one spot, and then we can build around it. Telly, did you want to, I forgot to bring up the tunnels. Did you want to bring up the tunnel idea? Or do you want me to talk about it? Oh dear. No, you. Okay. So if you guys all kind of come under, is it still over here, Tully? Where did we, I can't even remember where we put it. So the idea is to have not just the paths, but actually an underground tunnel system. And if you want to follow Telly, he's got it kind of marked out. Now, keep in mind, this is 100% just an example. This is a super raw super raw example, because when we do it, it'll actually look really nice. We can even have a path that goes down to like a mine shaft, so that you can kind of explore different areas. But the tunnel system will go to all the different biomes.
Who really
that has...
cares about Champions League?
What's that?
I'm offended. I am offended.
Oh wow.
What's that?
I'm sorry. What team is in the final?
No,
Please,
guys, focus.
Liverpool and Tottenham.
Focus.
Yeah.
Come on,
the other. Okay, so one of the biomes that we don't have a build set for, but again, we're trying to showcase different biomes. Telly had helped me with this map, and he had put down tropical. I know some of you guys took that as like a different forest, but it's not. Tropical is just that. It's going to be a beachy area. There'll be beach type stuff, and then one of the things we talked about doing was a shipwreck, and that will be kind of hanging off of the islands. And in the shipwreck, we can actually have things that players can explore. You guys all for that? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
You guys are cool with the idea of a
I'm
shipwreck?
for pretty much anything to make the spawn look
Yeah,
good.
and this will give different things to explore. Abby, coral reef, exactly. That's going to go in that area, so that's all going to be part of there.
Which area?
Over in there. If you go back to looking at the original map, it says tropical. That's actually going to be coral reef. There will be a coral area. There will be just think beach. It's going to be like a beach, almost like a beach biome. Palm trees, yeah. We'll get different animals over there. I'm not sure what we can keep spawned in per se in the water, but we'll try. We do have quite a few dolphins everywhere. We actually had a dolphin over in this little area, this water that I'm in right here. We had dolphins swimming around. It was kind of cool.
We do also have a cow dolphin.
Yeah, the mushroom cows are gonna go at some point. Right now, they're great for if you have wooden bowls. You can have food nonstop while we work. Eventually, they will all go away as well. But
I still feel like we need to have a tiny little, like, I guess, microbiome of mycelium with maybe 1 or 2 mushrooms in it or something.
That would
You
be
can put an offshore one.
super tiny. We have one square somewhere. I think Aquina put it out there, and it's like a lonely. Yeah.
In front of the...
Yeah, and I would like to leave that because it is kind of the history of the island. Is that one little square? It's cute.
There it is.
We should have an offshore area for the mushroom.
Do not break.
Maybe we can keep one.
The mushroom was there.
Here's the
Found one
natives.
here. Literally, there's one right here.
Yes, we can't kick natives off the island. Come on.
Maybe we can keep one. We don't need a bunch of them.
No,
I think a lot already
Look
died.
who's talking. Look who's talking, Blue.
What's that?
Given your culture's history of kicking natives off.
Hey now, let's not go there, please. That's not appropriate at all for this. Alright, so now that you guys know what we're doing, is there any suggestions anyone wants to bring up right now? We kind of have set ideas, but... and I'll write all this out in a big forum post, but yes, cool.
I know I have a few designs for trees in the snow biome, and wait, what biomes do we have?
Telly, do you want to list them all out in the voice chat? I know there's plains, the plains flower, which will be the one that we actually spawn into. And then we have jungle, we have snow, and we have tropical. And then we're going to do the mesa on the corner. If you look at the map actually shows it. Just scroll up in voice chat a little bit, and you'll see the map, and then zoom in on it. And it has it all kind of broken down pretty well. We started to...
I think I can do snow biome, trees, maybe plains, trees. Can try tropical too.
Well,
you mean as far as what, helping with? Are you saying as far as helping with goes, you want to help with all those?
I mean, like, I know the science for them. Of course, all of them are based from Hermitcraft, but still, like, I'm not real creative.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, if anyone wants to help with the snow biome, I'm sort of building a sort of a design.
Yeah, no, help Kolga and the two of you together can work on that. And remember, guys, this is a community build. We need to all work together. The reason that we kind of wanted to break it up so much is because everyone's going to have very different ideas of what they have in mind for spawn, and this is the best way that we can kind of incorporate everyone's ideas and still make something that's pretty fantastic. So
I'm also willing even though my main part is building the portal building, I'm willing if there's any smaller jobs anyone would want to give me, I'm willing to do those as well.
Okay, I appreciate that, Desi. I'll keep you in mind for sure. For sure. So, and if you guys have time and you're on the server and there's not much going on, you can always ask and I'll definitely give you some stuff to work on. All right, does anyone have any questions? So that was a lot to go over.
Not really. I mean, like, if you guys need help with any decorating or anything, just ask me. I have a lot of Farmcraft knowledge.
Yeah, we'll do that at the very end. Oh, there was one thing everyone wanted, and I forgot. I have it written down. It's the community farms. So we do need to find an area that will be some community farms. It seems to be pretty common in every spawn. I'm not quite sure exactly what all you guys wanted in those farms. But...
I feel like we probably should just have a portal going to community farms.
Yeah.
Community farms area.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Just like
I guess we could have a few. I guess we could have a few like micro farms.
Well, I don't really.
Spawn, but
I'm totally for that. I wasn't really a big fan of that. You guys all wanted, so we added it in. But I like the idea. I like that idea much better of.
Because technically the Guardian farm I built, that's a community farm.
I think this was more farms like carrots, potatoes is what people are wanting. Yeah. But we have so much of that already on the server, and the portal room will take care of all that. So so there will be no more community portals even in the Nether. It's all going to be done in the actual portal room.
Right, so we can set those portals and never hope then to we can move them over to
yeah. It'll help. It'll help. It's a win-win, really. It is because it gives us more room in the Nether, and it gets one of the complaints that I hear almost every single day is how far we have to go to get to the end, how far we have to go to get everywhere, and so this cuts all of that out. Literally, you hop in the portal, go to spawn, and then once you're in spawn, you just hop into it. So it's gonna...
in the subject of the Nether, is there something happening with the actual Nether hub? Because that sort of is a bit...
yeah, so that's the part. That's going to be the next project. Dusty has really been excited for this. The idea is just to get the Nether finished. Dusty wants a glass roof. Is that right, Dusty?
Oh, I just want it mob proof.
Yeah,
the original one was.
Yeah, but it's been altered.
And I feel like I would like it if zombie pigmen would not be possible to spawn, and we'd have some sort of glass roof to keep the gas out.
Well, to keep the gas out, we just have to cover it, so that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And it's like I keep telling everyone, we will work on that after new spawn. Let's focus on one project at a time. So new spawn, and then after new spawn, then we will work on the Nether, and then after the Nether, then we will work on the Atlantis Sorter, because that's the other big thing that everyone keeps talking about. So we have a list of things.
And I have a plan for the Atlantis Sorter, but we're gonna not get to it
exactly.
right now.
Yeah, we'll just any ideas you guys have, other ideas. Let's totally keep those for later and just focus on one thing at a time. Because this is a big project and it's something that is going to take us a little while. Like I said, I kind of had my 90 days. I don't think it's going to take 90 days, but we do, we will just do it as we go. We will have the end reset the day that we premiere the new spawn. So the day that the new /spawn is the spawn will be the day of the end reset. You'll have notice on that day because we even talked about doing an end of the end party. The day before, where we will destroy the end and just have a really good time. One last raid.
Does that mean that we will have TNT enabled?
Not necessarily. I have brought it up to Amp, but possibly, but we will see. If nothing else, you guys throw a bed down. What happens when you put a bed in the end?
Oh, it does explode.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we have
all you need.
We have ways around this. We don't have to have TNT. But it will be a party. We will make it a really fun day. It will be the last day of this spawn. It'll be the last day of this end, and we will make it a fun day. The next day, you'll wake up, and then boom, it'll all be there. So,
well,
pretty
no,
exciting stuff.
That's the thing.
It will be there, but the new stuff will be there. So, which is
it will be generated.
You guys have been asking for a new spawn forever, and it's happening. You've been asking for an end reset. It's happening. So, a lot of good things are happening.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anything you want to add, AF?
Sorry.
You're not admin just yet, Colgan.
There is one thing, but I think Donnie wanted to.
Yeah. Okay. So technically, it's not part of the meeting, but it's something we've been meaning to do. So, as you may know, someone else did a mod rec a few days ago. Yes. Well, that was for a reason. Because today we are going to be making a new admin.
Ooh.
Ooh, I might be at this day.
So, without a doubt, I am happy to say that our new admin will be Blue.
Oh my gosh.
Yay!
Thank you guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now we can do beg her to change things.
She went real
Oh my
quiet.
gosh. I'm in blue. I'm in red.
Red and blue.
Red and blue.
Pasta, are you flapping right now? I can hear you flapping.
Yeah.
Ah.
I always like it, because it makes people happy.
Yeah, Ragnar, I was I was working on yours last night. By the way, you have to use Obsidian in the future. You're lucky I was practicing. Awesome. Well, thank you, Donnie. I appreciate that. I'm excited to work with you.
Blue.
Yes.
You knew about this, didn't you?
What's your gonna be?
Not exactly. I did not know it was today. That's for sure. I know I've been.
I mean, only like 8 people were spoiled beforehand, so
yeah.
we've been training her, but she had no idea that we were.
Nope.
What's gonna be your role as admin?
The admin role.
Same thing as Donnie.
What's gonna be your role as an admin?
Okay, so I can field that question. Donnie, as you guys know, is very technically inclined. He knows a lot about the server. He knows a lot about the plugins. He knows a lot about how everything here works. And Blue is more of a people person. She's able to talk to you guys and help you through the problems and organize stuff like this. So Donnie and Blue, I think, make a very good team that basically covers all the bases that anybody's going to need for the foreseeable future on ACL. They'll make a good team.
Yep.
Ta-da!
We do. We work well together. So, Blue, a people person. What?
No.
AF gets to take a vacation. That's what AF
That's
gets
right.
to do.
That's the last you see of me. I'm done after
He's
today.
like, see ya, ACO. It was nice working with you.
Let's actually time and party now then.
Yeah.
Let's see here. You're gonna need some
I don't
golfing
know,
clubs.
really, but sure, please let Blue do and take care of this one.
I'm ready.
Wow.
I'm just very curious about.
First.
I'm just very curious about what your role is going to be.
I'm same as nothing is changing with me except for I can do mod requests, and I have abilities now to help you guys.
Have to, like, pester Donnie.
yeah, and now Donnie's still doing
more tools.
Yeah, I just have more tools to help. That's it. So
Yeah.
nothing is changing, Dusty. We will have our same relationship we've always had. Nothing is changing as other than we have a much bigger server now. You guys have noticed that from when I joined back in last September. We had like 2 to 3 active people. Now we have 18 to 20. So things are happening. The need is there, and it's just the more help we have to help you guys, the better for the whole server.
Yep.
So nothing is really changing, except for the fact you might see my name closing a mod request. Which you kind of caught me the other day.
or you might be able to help people in ways that require admin permissions.
Yeah, I can take you to a private channel, things
But
like that.
you know how it always worked for like almost 6 years now on Autcraft is when somebody gets a senior helper at admin, it's not because we want them to do anything different. It's because we love everything they have been doing and we just want to make it easier for them to do more. So same thing with the admin here. Like the admins that become admin here is because they're pretty much already filling that role. It's just now it's official, so they can do even more.
I'm offended. I'm not an admin. Just kidding. I cannot see that happening in a long time.
I really appreciate it.
You never know.
This is admin.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Admin.
You'll never say never.
Yeah,
never. I will never say never.
That's right. Hey, Dusty. Yeah, I just want buddy rank. That's all I was going for is buddy rank.
This one. Sorry for the last one.
Oh wow, we already have mod ranks coming in.
I feel like my video. I feel like I'm gonna have an hour-long video.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot done today. This was a big day. We got I'm excited. We're gonna get started on new spawn, and all good things are happening. You guys can already see that. So.
Gosh, these modrats are flooding through.
Yeah, they are.
Give me free candy, please.
I'm like, close mod rec, close mod rec, close mod rec. Yeah.
Do we have access to the smite command still?
I'm not even sure if I would imagine, yeah, should be.
That's the first thing I
feel like we've gone over everything. Is there anything else we need to finish
not so
up?
much. We got a lot done today, and we can get started building. So, Dusty, Telly was actually helping me out. Telly, I need to give thanks to. He helped me out quite a bit with this, with the building of the map, and helping me get some of my ideas that I have down onto paper. So, Telly, thank you for that. And Telly has got the borders. So, if you're able to, Telly, if you can like help get the borders super defined so that we can start, like Ragnar can start terraforming, and then also Dusty knows exactly where to build. Before you guys actually start the actual building, let me know so I can come over and just take a look at it and make sure as far as like, you know, size-wise, distance-wise, it's going to work out, and that we can make sure we have a clear path. Other than that, you guys are welcome to get started.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna start resource gathering for my build as soon. Sorry, that's gonna be the first thing
there's a lot. Look at what I've already gathered, because I gathered a ton of sand, and we can turn that into sandstone easily. In fact, we actually have, I think, a full shulker of sandstone.
And I've been robbing the end for.
We are gonna need a lot of obsidian though, because we're gonna have to rebuild these portals. So nothing is being spawned in, guys. Just know that right now. This is 100% player made.
I wish I'd known about needing obsidian before I wasted 4 stacks building a base.
Well, one thing though, and correct me if I'm wrong, but schematics are okay. Is that what you told Aquina?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys have something, build it creative. Look at how it looks. Maybe show somebody so that we can all agree on it, and then it's something that we can be used. Yeah, Ragnar's excited about that one.
What?
Wait, what?
Oh, we're not going to use Schematica. Oh, we are to use Schematica, yeah.
Yeah. AF just said we can.
Just for the blueprints, like just to be see what it looks like in its place.
Yeah.
Well, technically, Schematica is not available. We have Fight Manica.
Yeah,
but it's
something like that. And
something like that.
Don't come to Donnie or I and ask us to world edit anything that has to do with New Spawn. It's just not happening.
No.
So, like, if you already have in your mind, don't even ask. It's not happening.
I feel we don't even need to go over that.
We don't, but I just, you know, knowing that we have a few admins that'll be on now, everything on this New Spawn is 100% player resource gathered and player made.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this very unique. That's what I think makes our New Spawn is going to be really amazing, is that you guys all have a hand in this. You will all part of building them.
And that's kind of what my vision has always been for ACO, is to have it more of a Hermitcraft style community.
Yay!
Not like
don't mention that, so.
Mention it.
You know, that's always what I wanted. That's kind of why I was disappointed when the very first spawn was built and nobody was really given an option. So this is the way it should be.
In my opinion,
this is the day both your dream and my dream finally came true.
Yeah. In my opinion, the original spawn seems a bit too generic. Like,
it's just not.
And then the one PK built just looked like a mini server.
Yeah, it's all quartz and nobody can find
always
anything.
has 2 big builds.
Yeah, he's killed the server a few times.
Which one? Making Big Ben or the Eiffel Tower?
I remember his base on AC being really laggy.
Yeah, it's super laggy.
Are you talking about me?
No, not you this time.
No, not this
Maybe
time.
next time.
Next time, yeah.
Yay!
Who is it?
All right, so that's it.
That's it. So, yeah. So thank you guys. And if you have any questions between now and then, let us know. Otherwise, we'll just get working on it.
Well, everyone who's watched my video, I appreciate that, and stay tuned for more content on my channel. This is Dusty Circuit signing off.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Everybody thought the same thing.